Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. My hotel. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm a contributor here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated people just like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our broadcast. We're so pleased that you have joined us today. Instagram, please get ready to come on over right now to FlyNubianQueenTV.com. Thank you, Miss Sharice, for your kind compliments, because I need to use this device. I've got another appointment right after this, y'all. So come on over Instagram really, really quick. Would you do that for me? Shout out to our Fly Nubian Queen TV family. Everybody on the count of three that's watching us, would you please hit that thumbs up button on the count of three and share this broadcast? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Yes, I see that the notifications haven't gone out on YouTube, but that's okay. I always say at the right time, the right people will hear this broadcast. And when you all hit the thumbs up button and share and like, you make it more likely that other folks know that we're here. Thank you all so very much, dear family. I want to invite all of my dear sisters to make sure that you register for Sunday, March 13th. Mark your calendars, because it is fast, swiftly approaching. March 13th. Sunday, March 13th. This is for grown women only, baby. This is called The Secret Money in Your Womb, Part 4. And we are going to discuss magnetic, irresistible, feminine things that we operate in. We're going to activate our special electromagnetic field, sis, to manifest in our lives. The divine feminine woman is meant to manifest differently than the masculine. And even though we have both masculine and feminine traits, our predominant traits is the feminine. And so I want to show you some manifestations that I've gotten in my life, particularly the last year and a half. And I want to share them with you. This is going to be a yummy gathering. And brothers, although you can't come, I think that whoever that lovely lady is in your life, you would do well to make sure that she's there and that you give her the coin to attend. You're going to thank me later in about 90 days. I can guarantee you that. Somebody talk black to me. It's going to be so yummy, sis. It's going to be a special dress code. This is an intimate group. Talk black to me, which is why it's for grown women only. I can't have my little baby girls there at this one. You probably got to be like 18 and up for grown women only. Go to onpurposewithvicky.com. Somebody put that in the chat for me. Onpurposewithvicky.com. Onpurposewithvicky.com. And I can't wait to see you there. Instagram, please come on over now to flynubianqueentv.com, because I'm going to use this device. And I am looking forward for today's brief broadcast. What we're getting ready to discuss here very briefly is something interesting. I was reading in one of the quote unquote black media news outlets. They did an article on this particular White House press operative, and her name is Kareem Jean-Pierre. And this Kareem Jean-Pierre is someone, in fact, one of the organizations that she ran called Move On. I was actually, when I was in the thick of a lot of the activist work that I was doing, I actually attended some of one of their chapters here in Colorado some years ago. So I'm always so surprised with those that claim to be of us, really aren't. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm such a cheerleader for our people. It's my nature to automatically cheer for my people. It's my nature. It's my reflex, you see? So it's only when I have to kind of quote unquote learn the hard way do I realize it ain't even what it really is. Somebody talk black to me. So I want to tell you right now that there are some rumblings that she might be trying to get the White House press secretary job. And I want to tell you how she responded to the Vicki show, let alone me. Isn't this strange? People that I don't follow half the time, people that I don't usually comment or do any of that stuff, I don't know why they so worried about the Vicki show. Somebody talk black to me. I think it's you, family. You, the Black Grassroots, got them scared. You are making them nervous who you're listening to. So anyway, family, I want to discuss that very briefly and tell you what's going on and what we need to keep our eyes on, okay? All right, Instagram, come on over to FlyNubianQueenTV.com, or you can just go to YouTube, at Flying Bean Queenie. You should be able to access me live for the next couple of minutes. Okay. Thank you so very much. Okay, family. I'm going to post this really quick. And while I post this, family, would you hit the thumbs up button? And share, share, share. On the count of 3 again, for those that haven't. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. All right, here we go. Now, let me pull up this article. Now, some of you may have heard about the griot, right? The griot claims to be a Black news organization. Are y'all hearing me? The griot claims that they're a Black news organization. And nothing could be further from the truth in terms of many of their interests. Now, again, family, for those of you that might be unaware, the griot and the Root, those kinds of organizations, they seem to have, they believe in pushing other agendas, stuff related to other communities that's not specifically Black first. Somebody talk Black to me. And so when you have organizations or people, organizations and entities that claim to be Black first or to be in the best interest of Black people, and then they start to amalgamate and mix up all kinds of other interests, we got to look at them strange. Somebody talk Black to me. You don't want to mix up a whole bunch of stuff because that dilutes the initiatives of Black people. Are y'all hearing me? I said that dilutes the specific agenda of Black people. That's a problem. And then my people, wake up 467 years later, nearly 500 years later, looking crazy, talking about why is it that we have not made the progress that we intended to make, because we keep on sharing our spoils, our labor, our resources with people who have no business enjoying the fruits of our labor. That's outrageous. Somebody say that's outrageous. Somebody say that's outrageous. And then when you start to look out for yourself, people have the nerve to call you selfish, unkind, but that's a trick. See, people that suffer from low self-esteem, they fall for the tricks like that. See, this is like in a bad relationship. How many of you all have ever been in an abusive relationship or aware of some individuals that are in an abusive relationship, and one of the partners in the relationship, they're used to just beating that other person down and all that kind of stuff. And the moment the other person realizes their worth and their value, and they begin to stand up for themselves, the other person starts to get intimidated. They don't want nobody else looking. They don't want you considering your life outside of them. They try to make you think that you're ugly, unattractive, that nobody else wants you. They start beating you down, talking to you. How many of y'all know all that's tricks? All of those are tricks. I said all of those are tricks. Not a word about that. Are y'all listening to your sister with the curly braids? Talk Black to me. You can't get us with those kinds of tricks over here. Why not? Because we know who we are. I don't give a doggone if some illegal immigrants that come over here get mad because I said you ain't got no business eating off of us. We haven't even gotten reparations yet. We can't, what we look like even talking about you right now. I can't worry about the border you broke, getting over here, swimming over here, jumping over here. That's not my business. That ain't even my business. I don't even have to disrespect you. I just don't even need to talk about it. It's just not even my business. Stop. The white Afghans that they use our black taxpayer dollars to put gas in the planes to fly them strangers over here who helped America shoot up and beat up and kill a bunch of people over there in some war and conflict that they had in the Middle East. And so that America says, well, we owe it to these Afghans who helped us while we was over there. Honey, somebody said that ain't even our business. Somebody said that ain't even our business. Somebody said, what does that have to do with us? See, when you know your value, family, and you know who you are, when you start to take care of yourself, when you start to look out for yourself, when you begin to speak up for yourself, you're going to make a whole lot of people mad. And the thing to remind yourself about is, oh, what is you being mad and confused got to do with me? That's none of our business. I've been saying this for the longest. Thank God I'm starting to see other folks say the same thing. I've been calling this out. Even before Joe Biden initially announced the escalating of the conflict with the Russians and the Ukrainians. That ain't our business. That's white on white beefing and crimes. Black family, we need to stay out of that. God, today. Somebody say stay out of that. My loves, that's not your business. That's a trick to get you black people on board and to see somebody and something else as more important than us telling these funny looking Democrats and Republicans and these United States of America to do one simple thing. Can somebody guess what it is with that proper and appropriate hashtag? It's cut the check. We didn't say give us better business loans. We did not say to focus on sharing, focus on just debt relief for college students and stuff. We didn't say give us resources so that everybody could get the jabs and the stabs. We didn't say to increase food stamps. We said cut the check. The reason, family, we need to emphasize cut the check is because a lot of the issues that plague the black family only exist because we have not been compensated for 500 years. How many of you all know that the driving force for the majority of crimes are economic? How many of you all know that much of the health disparities can be leveled out if there were polarity, if there was equality economically? How many of you all know that the educational situation we're in is directly related to our economic position? There's hardly any area, any metric in society that we cannot draw some sort of correlation to the lack of resources. And while, yes, it's possible there are a few things here and there that money may not directly affect, the overwhelming areas that would benefit us if we were economically sound means that this is the number one issue we got to be pushing. And this is a no-brainer. Somebody say this is a no-brainer. Somebody say, America, you are not just, you are not democratic. You are no global leader when you refuse to pay the black man and the woman that built America, created America. We don't look at you as just. When you twitch and twirl all over the world, pushing your unique, diabolical, affected brand of democracy, we know better. And we see very clearly through the smoke and mirrors. I'm going to need somebody black to talk black to me. And black family, it is my goal to keep my foot, my stilettos, mash the gas. Can somebody please put a stiletto in the chat? We're going to keep our foot on their necks. Because my ancestors were not raped and sodomized and set on fire for me to be sitting up here talking about how we don't really need reparations. What I look like, thinking on what my mothers and fathers endured for me to sit myself up here talking about, well, I don't really need it, or everybody else ought to get something too. What? The show. I gotta hurry. This piece from the Griot, which, as I mentioned to you before, is, in my opinion, a very problematic so-called black news, digital newspaper. They did a piece not too long ago. Look at this headline. Everybody, please hit that thumbs up button, share, share, share. You see they got a shadow ban and the notifications haven't gone down. So thank you so much for sharing and liking this broadcast, beloved. We thank you so, so very much. It says Kareem Jean-Pierre is breaking, quote, the marble ceiling at the White House. Now, April Ryan, who Donald Trump humiliated as a black female press reporter, as a female press member. Remember, Donald Trump loved to attack the black women reporters that we used to ask him questions during the press conferences that he would do. And April Ryan is one of them. Anyway, she's the one that wrote this piece. So April Ryan now works for the Griot, okay? And it says here that Kareem Jean-Pierre is humble and soft-spoken, but is one of the most powerful people in Washington, D.C., disseminating information from the highest office in the land as the White House's principal deputy press secretary. Now, this is who we're referring, this is who we're talking about right now. Let me pull up my Instagram page. Instagram been tripping today. They haven't been putting up posts and stuff. Play too much. This is the lady I'm talking about. Y'all see Kareem Jean-Pierre? Do you all see Kareem Jean-Pierre? Now, don't forget, Simone Sanders actually thought she was going to become press secretary until she was tricked and she ended up quitting the White House after the White House humiliated her and embarrassed her and let her know you ain't getting that job, which we told her she wasn't going to get the job. The moment she started attacking black men and black people, we knew she was posturing herself, thinking that Joe Biden and that Kamala was going to, that she thought they were going to reward her later with the press secretary job. Well, they got this other black looking lady that many are speculating she's in the running for the job as press secretary, right? The official press secretary, because the current white press secretary, Jen Psaki, there's reports that she's supposed to officially leave this year. Now, I was reporting a long time ago that she was going to leave soon because she said it. Now they're getting closer and closer, allegedly, to a date that she's going to be leaving the White House soon, right? Now, listen. So this Kareem Jean-Pierre, the lady I just showed you, y'all listen. Black family, all of these optics, these optical tricks that the Democrats are doing. Remember how they strategically placed Jamil Hill now on CNN Plus? They're strategically placing Angela Rye on ESPN. Now, remember, ESPN gave drama to Jamil. Now she's at CNN. CNN allegedly ticked off Angela Rye. Now Angela Rye is at ESPN. All of those are just games amongst LAM. That's LAM beefing. You see, Simone Sanders is supposed to be on MSNBC. You see, Joy Reid is on MSNBC. There was what appeared to be some credible leaks that she was supposed to be possibly losing her 5-day-a-week job. But as I showed you before, it's credibly alleged also that she's doing everything she can so that she won't lose her 5-day-a-week job. Somebody talk black to me. They're doing everything they can to make black people look powerful, but they're not making them. That's not real power. These are black faces that they're putting in quote unquote high places in order to persuade you black folks to continue to do what? Keep the lily white Democrats in power who refuse to do anything for you, but everything for everybody else. So Vicki is going to be driving this home all the way up to the midterms, which is November of this year. Somebody talk black to me. Let's get back to Kareem Jean-Pierre. Now, you see, they call her humble and soft-spoken. She's one of the most powerful people in Washington, right? Jean-Pierre, she's 44. Y'all watch this. Now, family, if you remember these other groups, we don't have no problem with you if you black first. But what we're trying to tell you is you're not going to claim sets. God, today is that what we call them in the streets? You're not going to claim all of these other social sets so that you can come here and confuse the agenda of Black people. That's what you're not going to do. Who is Jean Pierre? 44. Look at this. Openly queer Black woman of Haitian descent to serve in the role. And when taken on the job in 2021, she became only the second Black woman to lead a formal White House press briefing in U.S. history and the first in 30 years. I'm just letting you know. It's not official. It's not officially reported that she's getting the job, but I want you to pay attention to the posturing. You've got so-called Black organizations like the Griot giving her big ups and talking about the history that she's making because she conducted a White House press secretary, a White House press briefing. Gaggle. Black women celebrate every time she takes the podium with pride, says Melanie Campbell of Black Women's Roundtable, given the rarity of seeing a Black woman standing in such a powerful place in the White House. Child, if y'all don't sit down. The article goes on to say that Jean Pierre is a proud descendant of immigrants and a member of the LGBTQ plus community who contends that despite her governmental duties as a spokesperson for the President of the United States, her first priority is being the mother to her 7-year-old daughter. Now, let me tell y'all something. Girl, I'm sorry. The only thing we Black people are going to be impressed by is not you being a member of all these other groups to confuse our specific issue. Joe Biden, since he's been in office, he's taken measures to give policy benefits to the LGBTQ, illegal immigrants, Afghans, white Afghans, everybody else, and still nothing for Black people. In fact, he spent his time telling us how he's not going to use his executive power to do anything for us. So I don't want to see no newspapers talking about these other groups that she's a member of. If you are a member of that other group, family, we don't even need to know that. All we need to know is if you're Black. Because that's not going to overshadow those of us who's been waiting in the line of justice for longer than anybody else. Now, this Kareem Jean-Pierre, for those of you that don't know, I don't know how you don't know, but this Kareem Jean-Pierre, I did a video a couple of years ago. How many of you all remember when Susan Rice formerly worked for the Clinton administration? I think she was working somewhere in the State Department, if I remember correctly. She also worked under the Obama administration. She was supposed to be Secretary of State, but the whites, Republicans, made sure that she didn't get that job. So she took a lesser job that they gave her an appointment for. Now, she's got her little zaddy, too. She's a Black woman with her little zaddy. That's cool. Okay. So Susan Rice, how many of you all remember that when Gayle King came out talking crazy, disrespecting Kobe, gave her some everlasting word. Black celebrities everywhere took our lead and started giving her some work, including Snoop Dogg. How many of y'all remember that? When Snoop Dogg spoke out, how many of you all remember that Susan Rice, who actually had contact with the military, with the U.S. military, based on her White House position she had in the Obama administration, she literally told Snoop Dogg, and I'm going to give you a quote. Somebody say, prove it, Vicki. Some of y'all have forgotten this. I'm going to connect the dots here in just a second. I got to get ready to go in a couple of minutes. Watch this. I had to pull up this article so I can bring these things back to some of y'all's remembrance. This is from The Hill. What does this headline say? Let me turn it this way. What does this headline say, dear family? It says Susan Rice warns Snoop Dogg to back the F off. Attacks on CBS's Gayle King for Kobe Bryant interview. No, baby. Here's a tweet from Susan Rice. This is what Susan Rice said in her tweet. She said, she was talking to Snoop. She said, this is despicable. Let me get back to it. This is Susan Rice's tweet. Y'all remember this? Some of y'all, my day ones, y'all know I gave her this everlasting work. Watch this. Susan Rice, remember she was ambassador, worked in the State Department, had connections to the military, a high-level Black woman in the Obama administration as well as the Clinton administration. She literally jumped in the fray. She put her funny-looking long nose in Black folks' business, which she didn't even need to give her 2 cents on. She said, this is despicable. Gayle King is one of the most principled, fair, and tough journalists alive. Snoop, back the F off. You come for Gayle King, you come against an army. You will lose, and it won't be pretty. This Black woman that has access to high-level military family, she literally used the analogy that Snoop is coming against an army, told him to back the F off. Do you guys think that when she's negotiating, because when Susan Rice, the Black-looking woman who worked in the State Department, you know they work with international governments. That's what the State Department is all about. The Secretary of State is in charge of all of the international ambassadors. Do you all think that when she's talking to them white people that she tells them to back the F off? And she literally uses an army analogy to say that you come against an army, Snoop, and you will lose and it won't be pretty. I did a show on Your Black World. I'm a contributor over there as well. It was on a Saturday. Y'all, I threw my hat on. Some of you all can't even recognize me from a year and a half ago because I was so filled with so many steroids, so many biologics, so many prescription drugs that, you know, I didn't even look the same. But y'all, I was still giving everybody that everlasting word. Wasn't it, y'all? Talk Black to me. So it was on a Saturday. It was on a weekend, I believe. I was so upset when I read it. I was not getting ready to wait even for the upcoming week to do the show. So I went to Your Black World. The video went viral. I think it has 300-some thousand views now or something, not including the other platforms that it was on. I went there live, giving her that work. And I went on Your Black World, found out, went on Your Black World. Kareem Jean-Pierre, the Black lady who is alleged to be who is alleged to be vying for the press secretary job that Jen Psaki, the white lady that's leaving, she's vying for that job allegedly. Look at this. This woman here, she also defended Gayle King on Morning Joe. Now, she was not even who I was really talking about the most. I was just making it clear that it was inappropriate for folks to basically suck up to these white hosts, you know what I'm saying, and dogging a Black man. You feel what I'm saying? And so my focus was mostly on Susan Rice. But Jean-Pierre, she jumped in to defend Gayle and all of that. She got so mad. Y'all know I got to do receipts, right? This high-level White House operative that the griot said is one of the most powerful people in Washington, D.C. Who cares about what little Vicki says, right? Why does CNN care about what I'm saying? What is MSNBC? What is The View? All these people that's watching the little bit, why do y'all worried about what's going on here? Because they're concerned about who you're listening to. And because I have not been certified and licensed by them, because they didn't bless me as a reliable voice to speak on their behalf, it makes us dangerous because the third party is removed from the conversation over here. There's not an appropriate bone or biscuit that you can give me, baby, that's going to make me betray my people. Talk Black to me. So Kareem Jean-Pierre, who I wasn't following anyway, talk Black to me. Who cares about Lil Vicki's show? It ain't about me. It's about you is what they worried about. So this is what she did on Twitter after I called out her homegirl, Gayle. I mean, her homegirl, yeah, Gayle, but mostly Susan Rice. And Kareem went to defend her. So Kareem got mad because she knew she was the one that went to defend her on Morning Joe. God, today, y'all look at this. Y'all look at this. Look. Look at it real good, y'all. Y'all don't just take my word for stuff now. Y'all remember this? What does a White House operative, what does a former White House operative and high level, a political operative rather, why does she care? Who cares about what I'm saying to you all? Since we such nobodies, why do you care what's big? I'm not studying you. I don't troll these people. I ain't studying this lady. And it was by accident I found it out. That's on Twitter. She didn't stop there. Y'all, she didn't stop there. Did y'all hear what I said? She didn't stop there. Go to Google. The top one is her Instagram handle. Take screenshots. Well, by accident, child, she blocked me on Instagram. Girl, I don't even be studying you. I don't follow you. I don't comment on your page. It was by accident. So she made sure she shut me down. Y'all, she was so mad about my little show. Why does White House people care about what Vicki's talking about over here? I'm bringing that out because this is one of the ones who is in the running for the White House press job. Now, again, we're waiting for the official announcement of who it's going to be. But right now, remember, I just read you the article and they bragging on her being one of the first ones in 30 years to do X, Y, and Z. But they're bragging about the fact that she's first gay. She's queer. They put that first. You see what I'm saying? And we're just trying to let you know, if you gay, that's you. But all we want to hear is black first. And we're just trying to make sure that you're not going to be up there with all your zaddy stuff going on, girl. I'm trying to let you all know this is who the White House rewards. People that don't like us, people that speak like we do, this is who they promote and reward. Did y'all catch that? I'm once again letting you know about this because we're going to keep a close eye on her and everybody else that they're strategically putting in positions to try to coerce black folks to vote for nothing. And baby, we will not be moved. Y'all know, I just don't even fool with the people. But you're mad about the topics we're talking about. They're listening to us. We're running the narratives, family. We're controlling the narratives. And what else have I taught you? I said, we're not just controlling the narratives. We're controlling world events. I've told you for the longest, you're the new world rulers. And in this season, power is coming from the ground up. That's you and that's I. I can't wait to see you again. Ladies, make sure that you register for my Sunday, March 13th. For grown women only, The Secret Money in Your Womb, Part 4. We're going to be talking about the treasure trove embodiment. Talk black to me. And it's an intimate group. Let me say that again. It's an intimate group, which is why it's for grown women only. Go to my website today, onpurposewithvicki.com, onpurposewithvicki.com. The link is in the chat. That's onpurposewithvicki.com. Go to my store and get your seat today. Bring all your homegirls, honey. All your little church friends, all your little Muslim friends, all your little Buddhist friends, your little Hindu friends, your root worker friends. Talk black to me, your voodoo, your hoodoo. Bring them all, baby. We're sisters. And we're going to begin to tap into our magic together. And there is an exponential increase that I've seen over my life in the past year and something. And when I say increase, not only in resources, but I'm talking about increase in terms of my purpose. Increase in not settling, increase in the manifestation of certain gifts so that I'm able to serve the world better in the unique way we divine feminine women are supposed to do it. Somebody talk black to me. You will not regret this, sis. Don't forget, brothers, that special lady in your life, make sure you sponsor her. You may not be able to come, but I promise you it's going to affect the outcomes you get in your life if you are wise enough, and I believe you are, to invest in your own woman. Go to onpurposewithvicki.com, onpurposewithvicki.com, onpurposewithvicki.com. Miriam says, love you, goddess. I love you back. I love you so much. I'm your sister with the curly braids. I bow to you. You are my bliss. I can't wait to see you again.